And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and servers in between. My name is Zark. I'm here with Fufu, and we're our final round of Swiss for the day. We're going to be watching here Disgusting Pickup Team versus Magic Beans.
Both of these team names are hilarious. I kind of like this. Magic Beans is actually kind of peak. I vote Magic Beans for like the team name this time around because look at that. Magic Beans. I also like eating beans, so if you make the magic, then...
I mean, me and you, like...
I was avoiding saying it, man. I was avoiding saying it. That's on you! That's on you!
I'll take that. I'll take that with a badge of pride. What are you talking about? Anyways, our first match of this setup. We're gonna be seeing here where we're gonna be starting. Oh, please get the maps up so we can talk about that. We gotta move on from this. We gotta move on from this. Here we go. Clamlet Scorch Gorge is our first match of this set here.
Dark, we're not escaping the allegation because this is the hometown map right here in the desert.
Yeah?
This is our desert map.
Wait,
this is
allegations for who?
map.
You? You? Okay.
Me, bro. Yes, me. Obviously. Duh.
Oh no.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, but I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Anyway, Scorch Clamblets. Yeah, I don't like the mid on this map. I don't like it.
I don't think it's that bad, in all honesty. I think it's funny and quirky. But other than that, I think really a lot of the gameplay around here is gonna be revolving around how well these teams can control these ramps leading up to the clam baskets. That's really where I think a lot of the time is gonna be. I mean, yeah, mid's important to like get control of you know, mid, right? But in order to apply that pressure to get those points on the board, you do need good ramp control either as the attacker or the defender here. And I'm very intrigued by the Swirl Umbrella pick here from Disgusting Pickup Team, especially against the S-Blast. That's going to be a bit of a hard matchup.
Yeah, it looks like Magic Beans comp definitely is a little extra going into Disgusting Team Pickup, but it looks like the fights are finally breaking out in mid, and this Slosher is against the World, and the World has won, as that is going to be 2 down. No, there's going to be 1 down on each side. This is kind of weird positioning from both of these teams here, but it looks like Magic Beans isn't able to really win their fights here in mid, giving Disgusting Team Pickup the opportunity to make an early score, possibly. Yep, there it goes, in it goes, and whether it's just the 1 power clam or the 2, it's going to keep going. Look at these picks. Look at that Jet. The Jet is dead.
Yeah, no, I like the Jet used there to try and make some space and pull some attention to get those few extra clams, because who knows, knowing Clamblets and how like often it just ends up being a stalemate from the rest of the game, that very well could have been the game-winning push there, whether you like this game mode or not here. But it is very. What am I watching? The clan, Splatoon fighting the umbrella.
No, I feel a little bad because bro opened the tent umbrella as soon as the bomb went out, and I just saw it and I was like, oh honey, you're dead. There's no saving you anymore. And you know, I honestly thought that umbrella was ready to like dip the world, but Disgusting Team Pickup is kind of doing some sillies and they're kind of getting away with it at the same time, and it kind of scares me at the same time because like, hey, how are we getting away with this?
Yeah, Magic Beans is really. I mean, there really isn't a solid hold from either side. They're both these teams are scattered right now, trying to fight for control of mid here, trying to fight for their pressure on their side. But as I say, that Magic Beans does get the first footing here and trying to get their push going on their side. The clam economy is there at least. We see Town going back for this pity clam to pick it up to try and go for a jump in throw here. The clam basket is open. That's going to be a huge cash in, and the lead is shotgun just like that with a fast to clear the space as well. A 33-point remaining on your first push is very good.
Yeah, but the only consequence of that 33-point push is that now Disgusting Team Pickup has wiped Magic Beans out, and they're going to be ready to get a push of their own. Seeing that Power Clam active and already seeing themselves under the basket. It looks like we might have moved a little bit too fast as all of the members of Disgusting Team Pickup are wiped up themselves, giving Magic Beans that very, very successful defense, and again, another opportunity for them to get a push in.
Yeah, they're looking to maybe just try and extend their lead even further, or just make sure they can keep the status quo in their favor. Resider coming in from both sides. The disgusting Resider there goes through the hammer and takes the pick. Magic Beans, unfortunately, overextended it a little bit as a result of that. And now things are back to where they were beforehand. A bit of a stalemate and a constant fight for mid. Town, though, with the Tetra Duelist, comes in and closes the distance.
Yeah, closing the distance indeed against the edit is incredibly ballsy, and I respect it. And you know, no team really has a solid hold, but as I say that, Magic Beans is actually going to get another ball in the basket, but that is not going to be sustained. It's probably going to be another wipeout, and you know, there goes the bell. Discussing team pick out, wiping Magic Beans. I don't know. It feels very back and forth, despite the leads being very, you know at the, who's here to win for both of these teams, really, but it's so weird. It's a weird match.
Yeah, no, it's just a lot of explosive back and forth trades between these two teams here. Discussing pickup team, though, is able to get their footing yet again here to try and close the distance between these lead. Inkjet is online to clear the space for their clan basket to close that lead. There's only one Power Clan needed to take the lead, and that they do. The recall here is going to get them. Unfortunately, they do manage to protect the recovery, though, and keep themselves alive to get an additional clan into the clan basket. And now with 1 minute remaining, it's up to Magic Beans to see if they can potentially close that distance here.
Yeah, I blinked and like the lead was swapped. That was kind of insane. Discussing team pickup definitely now has that lead to defend. It's pretty fragile, one could say, because it takes a power clam and some extra clams to really swap the lead at any point for Magic Beans. So my discussing team pickup has around 40 seconds to defend this or possibly. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? That is see. Nutty, you're kind of insane, man. That was like the biggest Bane play move I've seen, and it looks like Magic Ninja is going to be fulfilling the prophecy and is going to be trying. Oh, they're the shorter clam dark.
Oh, yeah, that was almost too dicey for them. But Magic Beans kept them cool to close the lead and potentially can close the game here if they can just get that one power clam left. No, but there's not enough time for them. The disgusting pickup team needs to move now to try and take this game in overtime if they want to win here. But there's such a huge point cap difference, though. There's 29 points remaining on top of their penalty points. It's going to be a hard thing to do here.
It's going to be incredibly difficult for discussing team pickup as well as the time continues to tick down. I don't think they're going to have enough time to put this ball into the basket, and with the hammer from Nutty putting that in its place, no one is alive under the basket of Magic Beans, and that is going to seal the game. Magic Beans, their sploosh just saved them like twice. That sploosh is putting in work for Magic Beans, because there's no way bro got away with that much.
Yeah, no, Nutty with the sploosh-o-matic is kind of nutty. Like, if you really think about, a lot of that happened was because of their plays there, being able to do what they do best and just clear the area, get the picks they need, move in quickly. At the end there, especially, just what's the word? Just completely being able to snuff out that dream of discussing pickup team of a buzzer beater potential overtime victory and overtime time extension there. It really was glorious.
Glorious indeed. I'm like, if I was Nutty there, I'd have two clips. I'd have two clips to run. Right then there. My jaw's on the floor because that was just so clean. Like, I could see the animatic in my head. Yo, you don't even gotta tell me twice.
Yeah.
It's drawn in my mind, in my head. I'm obviously can't draw, but like if I could, whoa. That being said,
says the artist.
I have tendinitis.
I know, man. That's not the angle I was going for.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Slap Robo Ramen, Your Honor. I like this mode, and I want to see if Magic Beans is going to be pulling the same magic that they pulled out last game. Come on, show us some goodies.
Yeah, no. To keep up the food thing here, beans and ramen, and just kind of good, kind of not. I don't know. I never had tried it before. It could work out though. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Go on?
No. I don't
No?
want to. No.
Well, don't complain then. here on Robo Robin, we
so
could
lucky
see
I'm like,
Nutty. We could see Nutty return once again on the Splatoon-matic, and honestly, kind of might surprise me if Nutty doesn't come back with the Splatoon-matic, you know, because you have that big painting power. But a lot of these walkways and a lot of these routes to the zone and around the zone are kind of narrow, and it's kind of perfect for a hammer to come in and really wreak havoc there.
No, yeah, for sure. You know, that's what a lot of people liked about this map, especially when it releases, that we had flank routes. And that is definitely one of the selling points of this map. And of course, anchors can still function as well, because a lot of the mid is, you know, overseen by your anchors. And we're going to be seeing the heavy edit, which is an interesting choice on this map. I know heavy edit doesn't feel the best on this map, especially compared to your Charger sisters. But I could still definitely see this working. We are losing the tent umbrella on the side of Magic Beans, though.
Yeah, losing a ton of umbrella, I'm not sure how good of an option that is, considering you don't really have a good way to deal with backlines other than relying on your Splatoon-matic Nutty to throw the hammers at the heavy edit here, which could be kind of problematic if you get set up here, like they probably most likely are going to be able to set up here against Magic Beans, slowly getting pushed back further and further. And now a good set from this disgusting pick team looking to try and stall out those points as best they can, as long as they can. But somewhere from behind, Magic Beans disrupts the flow and pulls the attention away from that hold.
You know, and they're giving that umbrella exactly what they want. You know, pulling two members away from the objective and from the front. But, you know, discussing team pickup is going to manage to get out of that relatively unscathed, still having the zone in their favor and not really suffering many players down. I think this could potentially be 100-0 if they continue to keep this space in their favor. But those strikes from Magic Beans, but that just saved them. I think that could have very well said we just won the game right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Magic Beans throwing everything they can to stick to the wall, and it's not enough. Disgusting pickup team gonna be able to set once they get probably set up, because gonna run away with this show, with the game, with this set here, and this match here, as they take the set 1-1 and a clean 100-0.
Beautiful, beautiful 1-1 of the score there. I just want to say we saw the exact moment that the game was over.
Yeah.
We saw the exact moment the game was over. The second we saw two go down, they were like, yeah, that's it. The game's done. The specials went out one after the other, but not in the chain work together way, but in you are going by yourself way. And I think that was just part of the panic that Magic Beans had, seeing that the score was getting so low that everyone just threw everything away and just started throwing themselves at the objective. And discussing team pickup able to read on that and be like, okay, well, we're not gonna let that happen. So, death.
Yeah,
that was good. That was really good.
That really was good. And I think what unfortunately happened for Magic Beans there, I think I kind of want to point out specifically, was it was towards the end there when Nutty was going around the flank, especially with Hammer Online, and they popped it and it got canceled. I think that's really what caused it there. That was a bit of an overextension there, especially fighting against Umbrella as a shooter. You got to be very careful, and I think something that kind of gets overlooked is how long it actually takes for the hammer to actually get going once you pop the special. I mean, it's something that even I forget from time to time, and and so it's like, it was very interesting to see like the exact moment where we're like, yeah, that was really what sealed their fate there.
Yeah, it's always, we have the overhead view, so it's just, we see the slow-moving train wreck, or faster-moving train wreck, knowing how Splatoon is. It's kind of insane to just get the read that early. But that being said, that means there will be a tiebreaker on Tower Control Inkling Art Academy, which I think it could very well go either way. Very much depends on the first team that is going to be approaching the enemy territory, which is usually the second checkpoint. I forget where this checkpoint lies. I swear I know Tower Control guys are checkpoint that marks the start of a potential snowball on this map, and this map is probably one of the most straightforward that we have for tower control. So a lot of teams are knocking out pretty quickly, or we get stuck in mid. So, you know, you pick your poison here.
Yeah, no, and I think the other thing too about this map specifically, more so that might even be a problem than it was for the second map, is the fact that Magic Beans last game didn't really have a good answer towards the backlines. You know, when you get that heavy edit, if we see the heavy edit again, or if a different backline set up on the tower, and you have the rest of if you have the rest of this discussing pickup team moving in front to clear the space, you don't really have the range to really answer that. And we do see the Tenebra come back here in the second game, but importantly, it's not the one with Trizuka. Again, they're lacking tools to fight against discussing pickup team if they get properly set up with their backline.
I think they definitely have the tools. It's just a matter of how it's being used, because the hammer can still be useful, and so can the Reef and Booyah Bomb. They have the resources. It's just a matter of putting them to use. But Magic Beans is going to be the first team to get the first advantage in getting this tower moving. We are having only one player on the plan. Make that two. Seeing the hammer ready and causing a little bit of mayhem. The tower remains in position. I thought they left the tower. The tower remains moving, but people are dying left and right on each side, I think.
Yeah, that was an explosive opener from both of these two sides. Magic Beans, though, did manage to clear that first checkpoint without any issues there, looking and managed to get a few extra points on top of that. But now it is a disgusting pickup team's turn to try and get things rolling in their favor. A bit of a just chaotic scramble from either side once again. Zipcaster, we see Ink back, we see all sorts of special things popped there. But at the end of the day, it is disgusting pickup team that comes out on top, and they are looking to try and see how they want to move forward here.
Yeah, and I have to give some props to Delta, because Delta, one, stayed alive as long as they did, and two, had an insane Zipcaster on a slosher of all things. So I gotta give some props where props are due. But that being said, the tower is covered in pink, and it looks like, whoa, what? I blinked, bro. I blinked, and suddenly, people are dying. 3 down on Magic Beans. Make that a wipeout in the favor of disgusting pickup team, and they're going to be looking to get some points for themselves. The leads are incredibly fragile at the moment, so it is very likely that this lead will swap if these resources are used efficiently.
Yeah, no, important thing to note here was that first checkpoint was already taken, so this lead is going to get swapped without any issue there. Looking to try and extend their lead even further as they head to that second checkpoint, going down for a 1-for-1 trade. 3 down for disgusting pickup team means that Magic Bean is able to hold the line at the very least here. It is not a big gap to close here, but it can still be a little bit tricky, because now you're going to be moving into a more set up disgusting pickup team on their side of the territory. But luckily for them, they do get the 2 picks that they need to potentially get the momentum moving. But no, disgusting pickup team on the back line gets this tower moving, coming down with the spells here to clear this path, clear the area as they test the second checkpoint yet again.
We have so many resources being used for discussing pickup team, but what is gonna get them past this checkpoint? And Nutty being Nutty is taking 2 down, trying to make it 3. Dude, I was about to say, if Nutty gets they're picking a fight, and you don't pick a fight with Nutty, because Nutty's gonna take you out, and Nutty
5. That was 5.
Streak. That was 5.
That was 5.
That's crazy, like.
No,
Dude.
Nutty being absolutely nutty yet again. Keeps Magic Beans points alive, gets a huge swing against disgusting pickup team, and is still on this rampage, just keeps going and going and going. 2 down once again with disgusting pickup team, as Magic Beans now moving on to their second checkpoint. Booyah Bomb looking to throw them at bats so they can clear the area. This hammer being thrown at bats to clear the area, and now no one's going to be able to contest this tower here, as they're already going to be at that second checkpoint, potentially at the lead.
Yeah, and it looks like Delta's going to be making some waves of their own. Taking 3 down, technically, and looking for another here with Town. Not quite able to take Town now, leaving those centers to live another day. But the storm is not over, as disgusting pickup team is just doing everything they can to get this tower out of their base. And, when you have members of Magic Beans surrounding you, essentially, it gets a little bit tough here, as, you're getting fought here from multiple angles, and these multiple angles could very well lead to the downfall of your team, as, they're able to defend this, and this tower is back in a neutral state.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's very much a chaotic game, but that's exactly what Magic Beans needs right now. They need to make sure disgusting pickup team is properly split up and properly coordinated, so they can get those picks that they need, and being able to punish a beautiful shield block though from Tensoi, as they are looking to try and get the tower, but unfortunately does go down to a hammer throw. Nutty yet again showing their prowess with the Smoosh-O-Matic, and now with only 45 seconds remaining on this game, it's a 1-1 set right now. It can go anyone's game with the 6-point differential. Things are going to be very tight here.
Yeah, and things are heating up once more. As you know, you see how many people are going down on each side, but Disgusting Pickup Team has just a little bit of that advantage. Things are putting a lot more pink, especially on the side of Magic Beans' basin, and they're very much hungry for this lead, and they will be doing anything they can to get it. Delta with his beautiful, beautiful zip cast, taking one, looking to try and take more as they're just losing the remaining of it, but they're going to be taken out on this push 3 down on Disgusting Pickup Team. This looks grimdark.
Oh, that's a delayed wipeout for Disgusting Pickup Team with delayed jump outs getting capped and not enough players online for Disgusting Pickup Team. Magic Beans with the lead, with the pain advantage here is getting able to seal the deal here, especially with Booyah Bomb. There's nothing you can do there. That's game, set, and match.
And just like that, the game is over. Magic Beans winning over the tiebreaker in a 2-1 fashion. Beautifully done, beautifully defended there at the end. This was such an intense match.
Yeah, I mean, I think this really was the culmination between these two teams and what they can do here. First game, Magic Beans did a good opener against Disgusting Pickup Team. Disgusting Pickup Team on the second game really got their act together against the initial viewings from Magic Beans and able to just 100-0 them without any issues whatsoever. But now here we see how these two teams are properly adjusted to one another and are looking to try to employ both of their strategies here. And at the end of the day, it was Magic Beans that comes out on top.
Yeah, just what a set. Just what a set. I mean, you know, when you have Persona music playing in the back, that's how you know the day is good. So that is round 6, and that is the last round that all of these teams will be playing today.